Because, you talked about it last week with adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. With the adrenochrome.
Mhm.
And
You're talking about adrenochrome.
yeah.
Not to be
chrome.
confused with adrenochrome.
Right.
Right.
It's the chrome that has adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I found out that all comes from Nantucket.
Mm.
Now, I'm going to play this clip. Actually, I have two. And they're famous celebrities. You guys know of Tom Cruise and Sandra Bullock and Ellen DeGenerate. And we know that these people are all from Nantucket. So there's something going on there. And it's just not cocaine in the water. There's chrome in the water.
Was the cocaine bear from there too?
Yeah, and the Cowboys.
Mm.
And if you're into Brokeback, then you can go to Nantucket also. But I'm going to play these, and you got to ask yourself, how do you meet all these beautiful people? And they're like 10 years old. You got to ask yourself, why doesn't the numbers match? And so this is just a added layer to what colleague was talking about last week. But I think I've found out it's all because of the 10th wonder of the world. It's from Nantucket.
So Tom Cruise still not a vampire? Like still. How is this possible? I don't even know,
Wow.
I don't even know if he might look younger here than he does here. But am I bugging? So Tom Cruise still not a vampire?
So look at this. This is the kid down here.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Cruise looks younger than him.
Because he's getting his engrams cleaned.
Yeah, maybe.
He's drinking the chrome. And so, of course, everybody watching this, I'm sure even our audience is like, hey, I want some of that chrome. I want to be shiny. Where do you get this from? And of course, it's at Nantucket. But even Ellen, I don't know if she's just playing the game or not, but she wants to tell you, I'm projecting as Ellen and not me. I don't know anything about this.
Of course not.
Yeah. Ellen is saying, I've brought on a guest that does know about this. And so Sandra Bullock is going to tell us the truth. And in the end, you're going to find out it's from Korean baby's foreskin in Nantucket.
Look explains how celebrities stay young for longer, and Ellen adds on something really creepy at the end. Let me know what you guys think.
Explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person. Far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Sandra Bullock explains how celebrities stay young for longer.
All right,
okay.
then.
Wow.
Well, I mean, she
getting
said
around
it. She was hesitant, which was interesting. It's like, it's a skin from a young person from someplace far, far away.
Mm-hmm.
And, Ellen just says, look, let's just tell her, because everybody wants to know. It's foreskin from a Korean baby. So there it is. That's the secret.
Does it specifically have to be a Korean baby?
That's what Ellen says. And you can say that's degenerative or not, but that's what she says.
That's probably to make us feel better. It's not like an American or German or Russian. I mean, she could have said like Indian from India, and that would have made everybody feel fine too. But yeah.
Just a baby, a generic baby.
I was thinking there might be something more correlative. The country with the lowest birth rates in the whole world is South Korea. Now, what if it's not simply because they don't want to have children, but specifically they are being harvested because there's something unique about their genes that allow for these chromes to be extracted. And so, of course, they got to push out a narrative for no babies. But instead of it just being they don't want to have children, it's because they're being massively extracted for their specific foreskin.
Well,
I mean,
couldn't you just circumcise them? I mean, it seems to be kind of easy. You don't have to take it's like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. It's throwing out the baby with the foreskin.
Well, there's probably a lot of other things they use.
what about all the foreskin here in American soil? Like all the circumcisions happening here.
Well,
they could be using that.
Well, maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's something specific that I guess these Korean babies may have. But of course, to answer Elder's question, I don't think the Nantucket billionaires would be satisfied with just being young. You know what they say, you want to be young and restless. So, and colleagues showed a lot of that restlessness last week. So I'm sure, of course, they take their foreskin, but they're still a little restless now.
Well, there's other stuff too that we didn't get to that I can show right now if everybody's ready. But I got to have my cards, my cue cards. They kind of shrank a little bit. I guess there's a video game for children out there.
About circumcision?
About Epstein's Island.
Is Epstein Island in a kid's video game? So I was at a yard sale this morning, right? And I'm looking through this pile of Xbox games and I see this and I'm like, wait, is that literally Jeffrey's Island? And it is literally a game for like toddlers. It's like Leo, Lily, Andy, just little kids. And you have to like explore this treasure island.
A new person! Welcome to Fun Island!
Fun Island?
Best friends and play
I feel
forever.
so weird. The fact it's aimed at kids too, like,
Right here, watching you.
that is so creepy.
Hungry. Run along to the pizza party and...
Pizza party? Are you serious? See, they always hide this stuff in plain sight. And the fact that this game is like, I don't know, it came out like 6 years ago and nobody said a thing. Bro, you cannot tell me that's not the exact same temple on Little St. James. That's not a coincidence. They hide it in plain sight. Always. They always do this. Why is Epstein Island in a kid's...
That's pretty crazy. They even said, we'll always be watching you. And if you get hungry, come over to the pizza party. So there's that.
That is very interesting.
Shout out to Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't anybody talking about this other than this guy? That was pretty crazy.
Wait a second. What Xbox? Could that be like X-rated box? Could there be a little secret innuendo there?
Mm-hmm. And the Ring of Death.
Yeah, well, yeah. At least it's not the Ring of Fire.
No, that's true.
But it is called Microsoft.
That's true. It's not micro hard.
Right.
It's all coming together.
I know.
Yep. Great minds. Well, there's another interesting thing too at a kid's arcade area. And I'll just show you, and then I'll talk about it.
Here, right. Go, Ryan, go!
Okay, so first of all, I laughed when I first saw this because I thought this guy was doing that, but no, these things are themselves moving back and forth. This is tape. Apparently, one of the ears broke off, but that's important because look at the stripes on these pigs. Does it look familiar?
Why is...
Look at these blue stripes. And we got these blue stripes on these pigs. The black, that's just tape again, but that's just weird. And why is this even a thing? Why are these pigs going back and forth like this? And the kid is supposed to be, riding it? Or, I don't know. It looked like that's what the video game was all about.
Yeah.
It was just weird. It's like, who makes stuff like this?
Well, I don't think an adult should be playing it, obviously.
Right.
Obviously.
But you already know what's going to happen. You have to bring your kids there. And there's two so that the adult can play with the kid. And if the kid is tall, if it's a teenage kid, then it's going to look funny. It's going to look funny either way.
Yeah.
But even for this kid right here, this porker is twerking in this kid's chest. It's like, what is this whole design about? And why are they're blue stripes? Like, is that just arbitrary? Is it a coincidence? They just painted blue stripes on these pigs that have the same distance between them, the same tint of blue as well as somewhere else. Like that's weird. Then there's another thing.
Did you see the black door and then the
Sorry,
black
what was
tape? The black door on the temple matches like the black tape on the. See,
Oh yeah,
see
I
the
guess, but
black door?
that's
Now look at the door. If you look at the door, yeah.
What?
There
That's
you go.
true.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Keen eye. Keen eye. Keep your eyes peeled, folks. You guys also have heard about Life Touch, I'm sure, in the Epstein files connection. Life Touch is a photography group that takes pictures across all of America in schools. So you have your kids in public school, and Life Touch comes and takes their photos for the yearbooks and for all this other
it's
stuff.
picture
They
day,
sell you the pictures. But what we didn't know is that Life Touch was directly connected to Epstein in the files. So this lady is going through her photos, and she's just going through all of her photos, and you'll notice a peculiar autograph at the corner of every single one of these photos. It says Life Touch down there at the corner.
It's like a watermark.
Yeah, that's the right, not autograph, watermark. It's funny, on that Epstein video game, it actually says, remember, we'll always be watching you. And it just, like, I have goosebumps right now. This is just weird. It's like, so these kids, so what some people have been connecting this to is maybe the photographs and why Life Touch was involved with all these public schools and everything was because they're basically making a selection for Epstein and those boys to choose from. So it's like, yeah, here's a bunch of kids to pick from. And then the kids just go missing randomly. Or maybe it's not so random.
So I'm not familiar with it. Has there been a connection with Life Touch photography and Epstein? Yes,
they are apparently in the CEO or they have some connection to Epstein's files. I'd have to pull up those.
Yeah, because if there is a connection with, especially an executive from that company, clearly they would be able to have a database selectional service also. So yeah, that's pretty damaging.
Oh, that's interesting. There is a press release from the CEO of Life Touch addressing the rumors around student privacy, actually on their website.
Yeah, I was actually just going to show also. So you go to Cincinnati.com, and it's right here, why Jeffrey Epstein files have parents upset about school picture day. A lot of people are actually removing their kids from school. They can make all these claims and try to debunk and all this. We have nothing to do with anything, we swear. You can go also to 5 News Online. Some schools in Arkansas sever ties with Life Touch after Epstein files fall out.
Is that Cincinnati, Nantucket? Like it's right next to it. It's Cincinnati, Massachusetts.
All of this is Nantucket. Yeah. They're just using clandestine names, of course.
I thought maybe, there were little towns right next to like Arkansas, Massachusetts,
Mm-hmm.
They're all near Nantucket.
Well, we'll get into that. There are so many sub-districts of Nantucket, but I'm sure these are all little districts in Nantucket, of course.
Yeah. Well, at least you guys are aware. If you haven't been made aware, then now you can be made aware that Life Touch has some kind of ties. And maybe they don't. Maybe they've just been framed, right? Everybody's been framed. But it is awfully coincidental that they're the ones taking your pictures. And not just in Nantucket, but across the entire United States. Their Life Touch photos, those are the people who come across in every public school and take your kids' photos. So that's just weird.
Well, you can't assume everything is devious, but it's very hard not to when you correlate Epstein and what he's specifically known for, and then you see that Life Touch is specifically children photos. Correlation isn't causation, but it definitely leaves the mind wondering for sure. But it's not surprising knowing how much Epstein loved Nantucket. And,
I said another
Oh,
video.
I thought
up.
we were haunted or something.
No, for some reason it's probably because of the update.
It's all Jeffrey Epstein's fault.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Something occurred to me just real quick that, yes, it occurred to me and then went away that fast. Oh, well, go ahead.
Well, we can blame it on Nantucket and its
Yes.
energy crystals and its Microsoft.